folks. I am Kathy Cisneros, the Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. And as you know, I am one of your co-instructors for this upcoming fall semester of Inclusive University. You should be hearing from Dr. Ryan Barone as well. He's the co-teach, as you will. And he and I opted to do supplemental videos in the announcements this semester because of everything that's happening right now. And so I'm going to backtrack before I go there, is that as you noticed, I introduced myself using pronouns. That has been an evolution for all of us over these past few years, and in the curriculum we have not historically done as good of a job at making sure that we're explicit in naming our pronouns and listing them. And so that's been a growth area for me as someone who identifies as a cisgender woman with privilege. And me raising my own level of consciousness and actions around that to be more inclusive. And so that's part of what this was. And as I mentioned, so we're in a pandemic, news alert, and with that brings a lot for everybody right now. Even though you all have already signed up to be a part of the online environment, we don't know what all of you are trying to manage simultaneously in your home life, in your work life, just life right now. And so we are trying to be intentionally mindful about everything that everyone's trying to manage on hold, including the anxiety that comes with this pandemic and the ways in which we're being asked to do some of the work. And so please know that you can reach out to Ryan and I, and we ask that you're proactive as best as you can, and we're always happy to try to work with you as best we can for you all to be successful in the course. The other couple of things that we want to talk about as I look at my notes is really talking about the climate that we're in. It's an amplified reality around white supremacy, the anti-Black sentiment, and just the overall tenor of this being another heightened election year. So there's just a lot happening nationally that is impacting folks, disproportionately impacting people who identify as Black, and then other folks of color. And so Ryan and I are very attuned and try to make sure that we are paying attention to what's happening nationally and bringing it into the class in terms of current events as best we can. And so expect that will continue to happen, and it's just important to keep that on our radar as we are in this heightened environment. The other thing that I want to talk about is you all are a small class size. I don't know if Ryan and I have had the opportunity to teach such a small number in this course in the time that we've been teaching. And so that means we'll eventually break it out into two small discussion groups, The value of this is that we think that we might be able to dig a little bit deeper, right? When you have a smaller number of people, theoretically, we should be able to build trust a little bit more, dig into some of the work a little bit differently. And so we really encourage and invite you into that space to take advantage of being a small group. So I think that this is just our way of just trying to give some context to this particular semester and the national reality and environment we're in, and everything that's going to keep happening nationally on our campus, on your campuses, or your own community, wherever that might be. And we ask you to critically bring that into the space and think about the intersections that that's going to have within higher education and student affairs. And we look forward to being in this community with you all this semester. So we'll see you soon.